just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description. Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Sesh. Today we are talking about Shane and Jeffree and all the ways people are calling out their lies. Some of Shane's are old lies and manipulation, and with Jeffree, some of the recent lies. Lying is definitely no shock to us with these two. It's clearly a hobby of theirs, but with the recent events, it seems all the more timely to bring up some of these things, especially with Jeffree acting like he's so innocent all of a sudden with this Trisha situation by saying he never money shamed her, even though he's literally publicly apologized to her, which is insane. If you guys didn't watch my last video, Jeffree did in fact delete his apology to Trisha that was on Twitter. It's no longer on his Twitter anymore, so I don't know what that says about him or the situation, but he did delete his apology to her, saying that he did say sorry for the things that occurred in Vegas, which included money shaming. That is one of the things that she said that he said to her, aside from the fact that she had bad skin and the body shaming and all this stuff. Anyways, a little update before we get started into some real interesting tea about him and Shane. Ryland has a new podcast episode out, and he addressed turning off the comments for his podcast after he tried to say him and Shane didn't know how Trisha felt about the entire Jeffree situation. Literal lies, but okay, Ryland. He turned off the comments from his podcast because people were very angry at him and Shane for not taking Trisha's side. They share very similar fan bases because Shane and Trisha have literally been friends for 12 years, so it's no surprise that their fans are going to be very hurt as well because they've been watching their friendship for a very long time. Obviously, it's very shocking to find out that Shane isn't going to stand up for Trisha, who he's been friends with for 12 years, and he's going to stand by Jeffree, who he's been friends with for like 2. And the situation is obviously pretty massive, so it really did hurt a lot of fans. And Ryland says, basically, when he's addressing the fact that he turned the comments off on their podcast, says that he didn't even tell Lizzie about turning them off, and she's the one that usually goes through the comments and responds, but he just did it because the podcast brings him joy and he didn't want any negativity. And it's just such an awkward thing to address. Like, the reason they were getting hate was because they've been a bad friend to Trisha and they were literally lying, acting clueless, and not doing anything to defend Trisha Paytas against Jeffree Star. But anyways, the comments are still off and Ryland is still continuing as normal, which people just think is so weird that they're just willing to just kind of go along with life and not really address any of the actual stuff that has been said. Like, why did they lie about not knowing about how Trisha felt about Jeffree? Everybody knew how Trisha felt about Jeffree. People obviously think that Jeffree has something on Shane. I really don't know how true that would be. I know they obviously have NDAs on each other and it doesn't seem like Shane is going to be leaving Jeffree anytime soon, but I just really wonder what is keeping them so tied to him. Maybe it is just the money thing, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Now let's dive deeper into Jeffree's most recent lie about not money shaming. In his most recent video in the description, he basically addressed the entire Trisha situation with one simple sentence by basically saying she's a liar because she said that he money shamed her, and in the description he addressed kind of the drama and said, "Contrary to popular belief in slander, I don't money shame anyone, and we all know I've come from literally nothing. I created glitter from dirt and will always be grateful for how far I've come." Now, obviously this is a lie because he's saying he's never money shamed, and we're just gonna clock this lie right here because there is a ton of proof other than the fact that Trisha has said it, because sometimes it's hard to believe Trisha. Literally, other than the fact that there are other witnesses who admitted that Jeffree did this to Trisha, other than people saying that he shamed Rich Lux when Rich Lux brought him a gift and he said that it was the cheapest thing in the store, and other than the fact that when he was on Ryland's podcast, he says that he bought a house unlike some other YouTubers, which people found was shady towards people that rent their homes. So besides all of this, there's literal on-camera proof on his channel and on Shane's channel of them literally money shaming. So if you guys remember, Shane and Jeffree did a collaboration together, one of the many, that touched the topic of how rich Jeffree is and how poor, but obviously not, he just acts like it for some weird reason, Shane is. They did a video where Jeffree is wearing stuff from Walmart, and this whole collab is just money shaming. It's literally, the video is titled "Wearing Walmart for a Day with Shane Dawson," and Shane Dawson controls my life for a day. In these videos, Jeffree made a joke after they went shopping at Walmart and was looking at the receipt and says, "We bought so much stuff, $200 worth of stuff. I get why Tana shops here." Like, okay.
Okay, do you want to see how much we spent? Guess.
Okay.
All those clothes, makeup, everything combined.
Did you get the Sunny Delight?
Yeah, of course we did. What's our total? $249.65. I'm shook. I'm like, okay.
For all of that?
Yeah.
That's not even one of your articles of clothing on your body right now.
I get why Tana shops there.
And Shane also is just so incredibly just vocal about how poor he is in this video. And you guys, this is the same year that he moved into a $3 million home. This was when it was filmed. So let's just keep that in mind, that he literally has enough money to buy a $3 million home. And in this video, he's acting like he is so poor, and it is so beyond frustrating. Like, I don't know what kind of manipulation he is doing in this video, but he should not be acting like that at all.
I don't know if it was like a sales tactic or what to get people to watch his videos and buy his merch or what. It's definitely just like so weird and so confusing for him to be displaying himself this way.
Maybe Jeffree like money shames him to his face and he just feels uncomfortable being around Jeffree.
But he's done it in videos where Jeffree isn't even in them too, so that's also really confusing. I don't know if he just does it more when Jeffree is around because he feels like he is poor next to Jeffree, even though that he is not in any type of way. Like, there's so many people that won't even see the money that Shane has, and it's ridiculous of him to label himself as poor. It's not even something to joke about. That's not funny at all. And there's so many people that legitimately believed it. Like, there's so many comments that just keep coming out about being like, I can't believe I thought that he was poor. And that is really what gets me. Like, he really had people convinced.
But Jeffree does money shame him and Ryland by saying in the video, because they go to Sephora and Jeffree asks Ryland if he has a good moisturizer, and he says, James told me Tatcha is what I need, and Jeffree says, I'm gonna buy this for you, and then says, this feels like Make-A-Wish. And that is just like, Make-A-Wish? These people have a $3 million home and a G-Wagon, and Jeffree just said feels like this is Make-A-Wish.
I need to go.
I'm getting you a water cream.
I just use
And
spit.
I am going to get you a luminous dewy skin mist. Oh, this sunscreen. Are you into sunscreen, Kara? You don't care?
Oh, no, I love sunscreen.
Great. Yes. It's like we're doing Make-A-Wish. This is so cool.
For me.
And then there's this.
Shane is getting into Jeffree's Rolls Royce.
Jeffree says he's going to close the door for Shane because I guess there's a button on the car that can close the door for you. And Shane is like, oh, you don't want my poor to rub off? Like, if owning a $3 million home makes you poor, like, someone please, let me be that level. I don't know. It's just insane.
Don't touch your door. I got it.
Why? You want my pour to rub off? Oh my god!
Door.
And they do mention in the video, at least Shane does, that they don't want to make it seem like they're coming off as making fun of people who shop at Walmart, because Shane is like, I shop at Walmart. They tried to justify the video, even though it is entirely them making fun of people that shop at Walmart and like how low grade Walmart is. It's just like, that's so offensive. Walmart is not a lot of people shop at Walmart, and they're just making it seem like such a rundown, like low grade place to be. But they basically tried to justify the video and then like making this funny video about people that shop at Walmart and the clothes and the things that they have at Walmart and how cheap it is by saying that Jeffree just made a major charity donation and donated more money than big billion-dollar companies. In my mind, I just don't think that anyone should be shaming anyone for shopping anywhere or making people feel poor or lying about being poor when you're not.
We're gonna get a lot of people being like, oh, you're making fun of Walmart, making fun of whatever, even though I do shop there.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, okay, go ahead. Sorry, I just always chime in. I'm gonna be quiet.
What I was gonna say is, I was like, okay, well, we should think of like a charity or something to do, like to tie it in and be like, oh, we're donating whatever. But then you were saying earlier, are you okay with me saying this?
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't know you were saying it.
Well, today you were just at the LGBT center.
Yeah.
And you donated how much?
125,000.
And then one thing you said, you were just like, other companies there who donated, who were huge billion-dollar companies who donated literally nothing. What makes me mad is knowing that like this video is gonna get for us, like, oh, making fun of whatever. Cut to like you donating that much money. Cut to other big companies who pretend like they give a fuck, donating nothing.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you donate. There's literally no amount that gives you the right to make fun of people at all or like joke about where people shop. This also just has the same mentality that Hair by Jay had when he was going off on Trisha for being upset that Jeffree talked badly about her. He was like, we talked bad about you, like, so what? Jeffree still paid for you. He invited you on the trip. He paid for your hotel room. He paid for the private jet. Like, I don't know where the mentality came from that you can be a terrible person as long as you do nice things sometimes. But I want to know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. This is definitely just like so crazy, and rewatching this video again, I was just like so turned off by all the little comments that were made. But let me know what you guys think about this, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much. Bye.